Hi, everyone. I would just want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about what's been going on in our lives over these past few days. As I'm sure you know, Israel is now at war with Iran. Israel understood, as we all do, that Iran was really just about to develop the last stages of a nuclear weapon. We had waited for years to see if we would have help, if we had partners. We gave negotiations a chance, and all else has failed, and here we are. And war began Thursday night at 3 a.m. We were all woken up by a very loud siren. Now, my house is almost 40 years old, and the houses that were built back in the 80s did not have safe rooms or shelters in the houses themselves, and therefore we are all running outside at 3 a.m. and going to the local shelter, which in our case is only 2 doors away, but we have friends who are coming from further down the block, and it's not easy. You suddenly get woken up by this loud siren at 3 a.m. You don't know where you are. For me, I'm blind without my glasses, so the first thing I do is put on my glasses, take my phone, and run. Then on Friday, we got more, prepared, and so I prepared this bag. You see, this is my bag, and I have it near the door, and it has drinks and cups and snacks because we don't know how long we are going to have to be in the shelter. On Friday night, we were in the middle of dinner, and we ran. It was around 9 o'clock at night, and we actually had to stay in the shelter for a full hour. We went into the shelter 2 more times that night. I can assure you that by Shabbat, Saturday morning, we were all exhausted. Thank God we haven't had any missiles coming our way during the day, but that can change at any time. Businesses are closed, work is closed, only essential services are open, grocery stores and pharmacies primarily. And here we are. And of course, last night it was just tragic. Buildings were attacked, and it seems that back in the fall, 300 Iranian missiles came our way, and Israel managed to shut down all of them together with our allies, and nobody was killed. And now we have people are being killed, and there are people missing, and there are buildings that have collapsed. And yes, the vast majority of the missiles coming our way are being intercepted by Israel, but not all of them. And so there is great fear and sadness in that, but at the same time, incredible pride at the accomplishments of our military, of our intelligence, of all the people that have been involved in planning this for so many years. And of course, first and foremost, to God, the God of Israel, who we know never rests and is never silent, and He's there protecting us at all times. Just to give you a flavor of what it's like for us to go into the shelter in the middle of the night, when I see these young families who have pulled their kids out of sleep, and they run into the shelters holding their babies and schlepping their kids, and my friends and I are there, our age is there, and then there's these young families that are there, and we just look at each other and we say, thank God we are at a stage when we're not having to, pick up 4 children, little children, and run outside to the shelter, and my heart goes out for these people. We have friends who live across the street, a number of families that their sons or their daughters or whoever and their children were there for Shabbat and have stayed with them because the men in the family have been drafted on emergency draft notice. So we have the grandparents, the women, whether the daughters or the daughters-in-law, coming in with the children. The grandparents are helping bring the children. Of course, this makes our shelter extremely crowded, and the doors are shut, and we have fans in there. Thank God we have electricity, but it's very crowded. But spirits are high, which is amazing. And I look at this, I look at ourselves, and I say, why aren't we falling apart? We've been at war for almost 2 years. We now are running to the shelters, at night all over the country. We hear these booms. We see the pictures on buildings that have been down, and it's difficult. It is very, very difficult. And yet we just, going forward, and enormous faith in God. And I cannot explain this except to say that God is giving us a supernatural ability to handle this. And I have no other explanation. And of course, we're praying, and I know you're praying, and I want to encourage you to continue praying for us. I can tell you that we're on high alert here in Judea and Samaria. The Army has drafted our local guards, people who come in and bolster the normal civilian guards here because we are at great danger. I can tell you that we are in better shape today than we were a year and a half ago because of the wonderful donations that have come in for surveillance cameras and for walkie-talkies and things of that nature to keep and patrol jeeps so that we are better protected. I do know that we have communities with a severe shortage of shelters, and that is of course a great concern to us. But my message to you today is, number one, keep praying. Number two, thank God for his blessing and his assistance that we have witnessed to so far, and we're looking forward to a better time. We feel like we are on the cusp of something enormous, and with your help and with God's blessing, we will get there. Am Yisrael Chai, never give up. We are strong. Stay strong with us, and we'll be in touch. Bye.
Okay, after another sleepless night, I thought I would show you the path I have to take to get from my house to the bomb shelter. So you see behind, this is the gate, and this is my house. I live in a wooden house, and I'm not taking any chances with these big bad boys out there, those big ballistic missiles. But the path from my house, the shortest path to the bomb shelter, is a real obstacle course. Let me show you. So we come out of this gate and we run here over the wall down into the drainage for rainwater. Then we have 90 seconds. We have 90 seconds to stop whatever we're doing at home and get the whole family together and run up here. And then, whoa. Whew. And here are the bomb shelters across on the street. Usually I like to be the last one. I let my children run. My husband carries the 4-year-old. I lock the dog in the house. Otherwise he goes bonkers. And then I have to make it into here. And let's see what's going on inside. Hello, hello. Look who's asleep. Hello. Look who slept in here the whole night. You have a treat. Is that breakfast? Oh my word, such a healthy breakfast. We're gonna have to fix that. Look at them, these resilient, strong children.
This is chocolate and chips.
Chocolate and chips? Oh my word. I'm gonna have to feed you salad the rest of the day. Whew. I'm still a bit out of breath. We've had to do this several times over the last, since Thursday night. And last night, eventually, we decided, that's it, we're sleeping here. We're not doing this back and forth, falling asleep again, just to hear another alert. And the children slept well. I never managed to go back to sleep, but that's fine. We'll make it. We'll, us the new immigrants, we're learning to become tough Israelis. It's new to us. To them, it's nothing. It does get on our nerves. We have to release it and reground ourselves and take care of ourselves. Rest, a lot of rest, and just self-care. But it's everything that matters is that we know why we're here, and everybody needs to find meaning in their hardship, and and that's what's gonna carry us through. Same applies for everybody anywhere in the world, and we're hopeful that this is gonna be a good step in the right direction, and that we're gonna see more biblical prophecy come to pass, and that we will see redemption and peace, and that we'll soon go on vacation in Iran.
Hi friends, it's Sarah here from CFOIC. I just wanted to jump on for a quick second to share my experience with you last night that we went through here in Israel while the Iranian attack took place. These things, we never get used to them. This is not our first rodeo. We have gone through this before with rockets from Gaza, from Lebanon, from Yemen, from Iran. We've gone through that twice before also, and you just don't get used to it. Although you do know your routine, you know what you need to do. Part of that routine includes, well, now we're very lucky. Our home front command has a system that usually is able to send us warnings and a heads up to know when we'll be expected to be receiving missiles to be able to get to shelter on time. That is very helpful. But hearing that piercing sound of the siren just makes you jump out of your skin every single time. And if this is how I feel, I can't even imagine how my children feel. I have children ages 8, 5, and 1.5. And last night, the first blare of the siren, we were in the middle of our Shabbat dinner for Friday night, and we ran and we got there, and you know, the kids were like huffing and puffing, and they're like so nervous, and everything's crazy, and like everything's happening at once. And I don't have a shelter in my house, so we have to run about 2 houses down. Thank God we do have one close enough to get to one. And you have to put on this front, this like mommy shield of like, mommy's okay, mommy's strong, so you guys are strong. When inside you're crumbling, you're terrified. There's literal missiles, bombs raining down on your home in your country, and this is not normal, but like it's yet our norm, and that's really mind-boggling. And something really special that happened last night when we got to our shelter was that a group of people started singing all of these like uplifting songs talking about the strength of the nation of Israel and how we're not afraid and how we have God. And well, all of this was nice, and it helped drain out the sound of the bombs being intercepted. It helped my kids. I was like, oh my God, just like be quiet. I need to focus. But then I said, I centered myself, and I said, this is who we are. This is the nation of Israel. This is this crazy resilience that we have. Bombs raining down, but let's sing about how this is the final, you know, this is the days of redemption, and God is here with us, and it's so true. So while I am genuinely so physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted, I can say that I'm spiritually uplifted, and it won't take away from the crazy experience. And I have no idea what's about to be this evening. God willing, it'll be just, you know, we'll just get through to the morning. It'll be safe and everything will be okay. But I know that I live in the land that I'm supposed to live in. I'm a part of this crazy, amazing time in history. My husband is a part of the same exact army that King David was a part of and led to fight our enemies in this land. And here we are having the same merit in 2025 to do that. Thank you guys for all of your messages, for reaching out, for all of your support, all of your donations, all of your everything. Knowing that we are not alone helps us get through this in ways that you can't imagine. Thank you guys, and we'll chat soon.